Andrew had spinal fusion surgery back in 2020, and because of that, he lost his ability to walk on his own. So since we've been able to be back, he's been working on his core strength, he's been working on his balance, and all of the work that Katie and her team do have allowed him to now walk independently.
Wow. Look at that.
That was one of those moments where it hits you that what we're doing is making a difference. When I first started working with him, when I first volunteered, he could barely sit up. And we were using a little stadium chair that we would strap to the back of the horse. And he would sit in that stadium chair. And then over about a year later, he was able to sit by himself. So you see that progress happening. But then a few months ago, we received a video of Andrew walking for the first time. And Andrew just turned 22.
He's toe walking on one foot, and we're still working on getting his legs to relax and you know, his strength up.
The motion of the horse simulates a human's walking. So those that have a hard time walking or are not able to walk, it's able to engage the same muscles. So that's the physical therapy aspect that we have from the horse's walking, is that the humans can feel like they're walking and their body thinks they're walking, and it helps strengthen those muscles.
The horses have given him the strength, so just working on doing the activities on the horse, it's been the one activity that he can do that helps rebuild his muscles and his strength.
We founded Reins In Motion in 2010 and have served the Tri-Valley since then, providing equine therapy to special needs kids and adults, as well as veterans in the area. We start down to the age of 2, which is pretty unique for our industry. We start very young, and we don't age out. So we do not stop services at 18 or 21.
So Landon is diagnosed with polymicrogyria, which means that the folds in your brain, he has more of them and they're smaller than they should be. So that's resulted in a miscommunication between his brain and almost every faculty in his body. So he's been diagnosed with cerebral palsy because of that. His brain just doesn't communicate to his muscles correctly how to move. He also has cortical visual impairment because his brain is not connecting with his eyes in the right way. He's also had a history of seizures as a result, and just global developmental delays, not yet talking or signing or verbally communicating with us yet.
How does it affect you as a mother?
That's a good question. It's changed everything. It's not what I expected motherhood to be like. But there's such a deep love for him that I would do anything. I'd do anything to make his life a little easier. So that's the goal, is to always just be striving for whatever can give Landon a little bit of independence. When we first started, Landon was having a really hard time supporting his trunk and his head. He was throwing himself back a lot.
We had to first put a belt around him with handles so we could hold him in a seated position. And now he holds himself up. He holds his head up. I think a large part of that is attributable to riding. The motion that he gets from the horse is so different from the motion he gets in his other daily life. So it's building up a different set of muscles.
Completely contribute that success to being on horseback, for sure, because he really got that strength to support himself.
It's building up his core much more, And you really see that in his development. And to watch that change from a little over a year ago to now is it's just remarkable. And it is, I think it's a tribute to this organization that a child like that is able to develop.
The population we serve is really any special need. So we can accommodate people in wheelchairs. We have a ramp to, assist them getting on and off the horse. We don't limit our services to really any disability, as long as it is safe to do, safe for the rider, the horse, and the team working with them.
She's been delayed ever since she was little. She just did everything late. She crawled late, she walked late, she talked late. So she's just had kind of a global developmental delay. And she has an intellectual disability, but no one's ever been able to figure out quite why.
Who's your favorite horse here?
Cody.
This horse?
Yeah,
Why is he your favorite?
because he's tall.
We got her into Reins In Motion because she likes animals a lot, and we thought she would be interested in riding horses. And it turns out she loves riding horses, and she loves horses, and it's turned into a wonderful thing for her.
Horses are such gentle spirits and just such amazing kind animals that they bond with these riders and get through to them where we as people sometimes can't. They allow them to feel safe and just be themselves.
And I think it gives her something to be proud of, because she's really worked her way up from being able to ride, to being able to ride independently, to being able to trot. She can even canter now, and she's really, really proud of that.
So for a lot of our riders, they feel empowered by being able to, get on this 1,200-pound animal, and it's going to do what they ask them to do. So they get confident and they feel empowered. They're able to steer this big animal.
He was born addicted to heroin and methadone.
Yeah.
So we adopted him. He is actually Jenny's biological cousin. Actually,
removed or something like that.
yeah, he was a text message to us. We got a text message, do you want a baby?
He was born and then went through 8 weeks of detox, and we were there for that, and then we brought him home, and so that was like 6 months, and then we adopted in December of that year.
So everything has been very delayed for him. He didn't talk until he was...
About 5.5.
He didn't sit up until he was like a year. He didn't crawl until he was 2.
And he didn't walk until he was about 4.
Yeah. So everything physical that Seamus does is delayed.
Yeah.
But it was amazing because he just got on the horse.
He just did.
He did. And it was like magic.
And I remember Katie just looking at him and go, "You're a cowboy." And it was just adorable.
Yeah.
His
His face lit up and he was so proud of himself.
And as a parent, I mean, it's breathtaking. Yeah. It literally, the pride you feel and the sense of joy, you know your kid, I mean, he felt joy. It's a journey. I'm so deeply grateful that he landed with us. I'm deeply grateful.
We will fly way up high to where the cold wind blows. We're in the sun, just laughing, having fun.
Reins In Motion is not just a horse riding program. It's a group of very special people who care deeply about the children that they're helping, the adults that they're helping, and of course, the community that we live in.
And you will free the beautiful bird that's caught inside your heart. Can't you hear her as she cries so loud? Cast a wild note over water and cloud. That's the way up in the sky, little darling. And if you fall, I'll pick you up, I'll pick you up.
I just think it's a wonderful way for kids to try something new, to be themselves.
You will grow.
It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing to give these kids the opportunity to ride these horses and connect with the horses.
And even then, whisper the wind, and she will carry up your ride. And I hear all the people of the world in one bird's lonely cry. I see them trying every way they know how to make their spirit fly. Can't you see him? He's down on the ground. He's got a broken wing, looking all around. That's the way it's gonna be, little darling. We'll go riding on the horses, yeah, yeah.
We have so many families that want to give their children or even themselves the experience and the ability to see what the horse therapy can provide for them. And so I love to be able to reach everybody and grow.
If we were able at Reins In Motion to have additional funding, we would be able to expand our program and accommodate more people off the wait list.
We've been coming to Reins In Motion since the beginning, and I would never stop coming for any reason because he gets so much benefit out of the program, out of the activity, and of course out of the people.
It's life-changing. It's life-changing for him and for us as a family.
We'll go riding on the horses, yeah, yeah. Way up in the sky, little darling. And if you fall, I'll pick you up, I'll pick you up.